That restaurant called the Devil's Hideaway. Let me tell you where I won't be at. Nowhere close to Satan. I don't fool with Satan like that. I ain't even going to restaurants called the devil. Finna get me in there and get me the mark of the beast. Absolutely not. And what the real bummer is I walk for 10 minutes and my Apple Watch ain't say, girl, you doing a workout? Raggedy. You was supposed to say that. Okay. That car, doing playing Hot Wheels out here. Hey y'all. I'm back with my second video dose. And I want to talk a little bit about imposter syndrome and how it has affected me in the last few weeks. So back in November, I took some time off. I took off like a week, and it was during Thanksgiving. So I was enjoying myself just being at home, doing whatever I wanted to do. And I was like, ooh, I love this life of not working. And I realized that that's just not for me. I have to work because I got bills and I like to spend. So your girl got to work. So I took that time off. I enjoyed it. I was just doing things for myself. I was doing a lot of self-care. And when I mean self-care, I mean like naps. I mean like just resting. I mean like not being in meetings all day like I am now. So I was just resting, enjoying myself. And then went back to work for those few weeks before Christmas. And then during the Christmas break, I also took off 2 weeks when I was out of town in London and Amsterdam. I told y'all in the last video that I was going to show y'all some of that footage. I do not have it edited yet. It's coming. Just give your girl some time. It ain't going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere. It's just a little yang, yang, yang. It ain't going nowhere. So I took some time off then as well. Those 2 weeks, enjoyed my time. It was so fun. My husband and I, just the two of us, just being able to relax, let our hair down. And, you know, your girl got set in the ways of like, I do not want to work. So I came back for the new year to work on that Monday because New Year's is on Wednesday. We flew back in on New Year's from London and we went back to work on that Monday. So yeah, went back to work on Monday. And I was just not feeling it. I was unmotivated. I just could not do the work. And I was just like, oh, at the end of this month, I know I gotta go to Phoenix and I gotta be a big girl and I gotta sit in big girl meetings and I gotta be in here and make have strategic conversations and just all those types of things. And it was already a daunting task. I was like, I do not want to do this. I don't want to. I just don't. So went to Phoenix. And I got a cute little hotel room. Okay, I had a cute little room, a little king size bed. I had a little cute little shower, but little bathroom. The bathroom was cute. Let's talk about the bathroom before I get into anything else. I don't know who the designers are of these hotels and these bathrooms, but I need them to know that I'm sick of the rain head showers. Okay, the shower heads that's for rain, I'm sick of them. I don't want to see them no more. I'm tired of them. It ain't for black people. We ain't getting in the shower every night washing our hair. Stop putting them rain showers in the bathrooms of hotels. I'm sick of taking a shower, having to hold my body all different types of ways so my hair don't get wet. And you know I went on the trip and forgot my shower cap. So I was in the ducking and dodging the water. But anyway, it was a cute hotel room. It was exactly what I needed for those few days. I got there on Tuesday. I left early on Friday, so I spent 3 nights without my husband and my son. And most people would be like, oh girl, that is so good. I love going on a work trip. I want to travel for work because you just get to be on the company dime and you know, you can get a little time away from your family. I want y'all to understand that a work trip is what it is. It's a work trip. And it is work the entire time you are there. Because from the moment that you wake up, you are eating breakfast with your coworkers, you are in meetings all day with your coworkers, you are eating dinners, going to happy hours with your coworkers, and then you get back to your room and guess what you got to do? Catch up on all them emails from the day that you missed, because if you don't, you're going to be so far behind that it's just going to be too hard. So the entire time I was there, I was working overtime. I was working overtime trying to make sure I got kept up with all of my emails, and then also making sure that I was networking with people. I was talking, meeting new people. I was making sure that I was trying to be attentive in the meetings and all those types of things. So I was exhausted. And I think the most exhausting part about being on a work trip is always being on. And if you know what on is, I mean like being grammatically correct, being politically correct, and then also making sure you don't offend people. And let me just be honest with you, I ain't the kind of person who is always grammatically correct, as you can tell. I'm not someone that's always politically correct, because everybody's political things do not agree with other people. So I'm not always going to be politically correct. And I'm definitely going to offend people, because not that I'm intentionally offending people, but sometimes you just don't know that some things offend people because you just don't know. So those three things is you being on the entire time. So it was exhausting, mentally exhausting to be on the entire time, physically exhausting to have to understand that I have to do all of my work and then network and then be with these people and then talk. It was just tiring. And when I was in that room every night, I was just in my mind like, I do not want to do this. I do not want to do this. But I realized that I did not want to do this, not because I could not do the work, is the fear of not knowing, the fear of failing, the fear of all those things. And the imposter syndrome just crept right in on me, because I am now in like a people leader role where I manage some people, and I'm now in rooms where I'm having conversations that are strategic. I'm now in different types of rooms, and sometimes when you're like almost the only black person in there, I think it was just 2 black women in that room. There was no black males in that room, so just 2 black people in that room with, others. It's hard. It's sometimes difficult for you to feel like you want to stand up for yourself. You want to make sure that you speak your mind, but you also want to not offend people, which I just talked about. You want to make sure you sound grammatically correct. You don't want to sound stupid, which I have a fear of. I don't know how people live life going around being stupid and they don't get embarrassed, but I get embarrassed. Okay, so I'm not the kind of person that's gonna embarrass myself, because I don't live that kind of life. So I've just really been trying to, during those meetings, just trying to lock in, be the best that I could be, and I just was not feeling it. Text my husband. I was like, I am struggling. I don't know if I want to work no more. I'm tired of this. I was just really in the dumps. And he was like, you got imposter syndrome. He was like, it happens. And I went back to my room that night after I had texted him that, because I was in the office. And I went back to my room that night and I was like, I don't know. I have no idea. The next morning, I went to a meeting and we were wrapping up for the day. It was our last day. It was Thursday, because I left early Friday morning. It was our last meeting. So wrapped up that meeting, wrapped up for the day. And they were like, oh, what did you learn today? What was something that you learned today or learned this week, these last few days as we've been strategizing for the new year, for the year 2025? And the thing that I said out loud, I probably shouldn't have said, but I did say it. I said, I feel like I have imposter syndrome. I said, I feel like I have not been doing a good job in my current job. And I'm usually an excellent worker. So me saying that I feel like I haven't been doing a good job is really a reflection of feeling that way. Like, I really was feeling like I'm not doing a good job. I'm not being a good worker. I don't know if I'm meant for this. I don't know if I'm supposed to be in this role. Did they just give this to me and I shouldn't have got it? And I still, like, after I said it, I was like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. After I said it, I was like, oh, I really should not have said that. But I said it. And one of my friends texted me. Anyway, I said it. And after I said it, I regretted it. But I was like, hey, it's out there now. I'm vulnerable. I want to be the kind of leader that is vulnerable with my team. I want to be the kind of leader that is transparent, that people can trust. So that kind of like built some transparency. And, people were like, oh, no, you're great. The usual, oh, you're amazing. We love you. Da, 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 da. Left, came home. And I was on the phone with my mom, and she was like, oh, your cousin got laid off from her job. She had been working there for 10 years. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, that is so horrible. And God just brought it to my mind. God was just like, you have been complaining about your job, and you have been feeling like you don't belong there. And you have been feeling like you are not smart enough, you're not strategic enough, you're not I don't even know what it is, I'm just not enough, I'm just not worthy, or whatever it is for the role. And he was like, I put you in this role, you're worthy enough, you can do the work, you can do this. And I was like, okay, God. And I don't know about y'all, some of y'all may hear God's voice, hey, this is God. I don't hear God's voice like that. Matter of fact, unlike other people, I don't think I've ever heard God's voice. Like, I know that God comes to people and, like, you know, he talks to you, he sends you signs, he sends you signals, and then he can, like, put you in a horrible place so he can be like, all right, I told you, you didn't listen, so now you got to obey this way. That ain't how I want to learn from God. I don't want to learn from a test. So God, don't put me through the test. Just you know, send me the signs. But he sent the first sign through my mom, like somebody getting laid off, to remind me, like, girl, you need to be grateful that you have a job. 1. 2, I was just, I'm pausing for a second because I'm also sitting in this moment. I'm also still dealing with a lot of this. I was sitting in my car. I was at a red light. I was just listening to music, and just as sure I had like a flashback of something, and it was God, like, saying to me again, saying to me in a flashback, you're prepared for this. I put you here. I would not bring you to something that you are not prepared for. And let me tell you how I know that I'm supposed to be here in that role, that I was having imposter syndrome, still is having some imposter syndrome. But the reason why I know that is because anything that God has given me has been easy. And I know everybody like, nothing in life is easy. No, what I'm saying is anything that God has put me in place of, in front of, on top of, around, has been easy. He makes sure that I have the money, the mentorship, the time, the education, anything God has put me in front of, I have been ready for, because he has prepared me. And anything that I have not been ready for has been difficult. Anything that I have put myself in a situation of, anything that I said, oh, I can do this, and y'all know what I'm talking about. Any of those things has been difficult because it wasn't God. So when I got in this people leader role, I was like, it came easy. You know how it came easy? I didn't apply. My manager before went to a new role. She went to a new role, and they was like, hey, come on in here. You take over her direct reports, and you're going to be their manager. And it was just easy. It wasn't like you need training. It wasn't you have to apply, you have to interview. It wasn't any of those things. It was just a quick slot, you in there. And that's how I know it was God, because any other time, if I'd have been having to do an interview for it, it would have been hard. So I know it was God that put me in that place. So I'm walking to the office from my hotel. It's only like a 10-minute walk. So I'm out here in these Phoenix streets. It says I have 3 minutes left in my walk. So almost there. It's a little chilly, but it ain't cold like they made it seem like, child. It ain't that cold. I guess because it's not that humid, because baby, and they done wind it now. In Florida, baby, when it's cold, it's cold. It ain't no getting away from it. So, yeah. So this little area that my hotel is in and where our office is close to ASU, Arizona State University. Right out of my window is like the School of Engineering. So if you could probably see, it's a lot of little shops and places around here. So that's what's going on early this AM. Walking the streets. That restaurant called the Devil's Hideaway. Let me tell you where I won't be at. Nowhere close to Satan. I don't fool with Satan like that. I ain't even going to restaurants called the devil. Finna get me in there and get me the mark of the beast. Absolutely not. Oh my God. Look at this beautiful, like little, must be like a mountain, like a hiking trail. Oh yeah, I see people up there hiking. It's like a little hiking trail. If I ain't have so many meetings, I might be able to hike. But let's see if I can get my lazy butt up in the morning and get up there and get a good hike in. It says I'm 1 minute from the office. It is a homeless man behind me peeing right on the side of the road, passing gas and just peeing. So that was gross. Here we are. I am almost here. It looks like that is the building. It is. So I'm about to cross. I can't show y'all the building, because then y'all gonna know where I work at. And I done told y'all I ain't losing my job behind y'all, so y'all won't see it. Bless your heart. Now the real question is how I get over there, how I get in the building. I don't even know how this works. How I get over there? Do I gotta go further down or what? I'm confused. First of all, let me make sure I do the walking this little sidewalk. I don't want to get hit by no cars. But I'm also trying to get across the street because I got a meeting in like 8 minutes. So your girl is trying to get across this street. I'm jaywalking. All right. I was a straight up jaywalk. All right. Okay, guys. I'm at the office. I will be back. I mean, the people real deal hiking over there. Like, I can see them. They real deal getting their morning workout in. And what the real bummer is I walk for 10 minutes and my Apple Watch ain't say, girl, you doing a workout? Raggedy. You was supposed to say that. All right. I'm here. Have a great day, guys. Bye. Outfit of the day. Outfit of the day. On my way to the office, day 2 in Phoenix. Let's head out. Hope I got my key. Check. I mean, even if I checked at this point, I would have to go down to the desk to get it. Okay, I got it. All right. Heading to the office. It's about a 10-minute walk. Walked it yesterday. It's still cold out here. I don't know what it is about every place I go lately. It's been cold. I can't wait to get back to Tampa, where it's warm. Cause I left and it was like in the 70s, and I think today is supposed to be 78. So your girl like, oh, what it is. a double chin going on here. It is indeed cold. You can see my breath. But I am layered up. I got on tights, socks, a turtleneck, a sweater dress, a leather jacket, boots. Your girl is ready. So I'm out here. Oh, they got some little cactuses. Look at y'all, look. Hold on, let me turn the camera around. Got some little cactuses over here. So over the last few weeks since I took a lead role on my team and have direct reports, I have been struggling with like imposter syndrome, because I get in those rooms and they're having like deep strategy conversation, and I don't feel like I have anything to add sometimes to those conversations, which is, I don't know. I'm also the kind of person, like, if you ain't got nothing to add, then don't talk. Because like, you don't want to be the person in there just piggybacking off of somebody or agree. It ain't nothing I hate worse than that little, this black girl sunscreen lip gloss. I like it. It's a little sticky, but I like it. Anyway, what was I saying? I forgot. I know I done had COVID twice, so you know they say it hurt the brain cells. Oh yeah, so I feel like you don't have anything to add to a conversation, then you shouldn't add anything, because I hate when people are just like, I agree, or I piggyback off of this and say the same thing that somebody else said, and they just rewording it so they can feel like they added something to the conversation. That ain't how I roll. I'd be like, if people don't say what I needed them to say, then why am I joining in to say foolishness? It's like saying, you know, I like bananas. And then the person behind you come, you know what, I like bananas too. And then the third person come and go, you know, I like bananas too. I like bananas 3. I'm gonna piggyback off of Adrian and say, I adore bananas. We all done said the same thing 3 times. So I get in these calls or in these meetings, in these rooms with people, with other leaders, and sometimes I feel like I don't have anything to add. I'm also not the kind of person who likes to talk over people. And one of the things that I'm learning in leadership is, in order for your voice to be heard, you have to kind of like be a little more aggressive and more assertive, and, you know, talk a little louder and over people. And I hate to make this like a race thing, but when you are a black woman, you have to pull back on your aggression. You have to pull back on how you talk to people. And it can't sound aggressive. It can't sound like, I had to stop. I had to like, I wasn't gonna make them 3 seconds across that street. It can't sound like, you know, I can't explain it. Just know, if you're a black woman, you know what it feels like to be in rooms where you have to like bring yourself down a little bit in order for people not to see you as aggressive, in order for people not to see you as someone who is, I cannot think of the word that they always be using on, for like 3 seasons they was using on Housewives of Potomac, about one of the ladies that was on there. I think it was Candace or somebody. But anyway, so when I'm in these meetings, I try my best to be respectful of other people, and I also try my best to not speak over other people as well. So in this situation, oh my God. Okay, this is one of these self-driving Uber things. It better not hit me. Baby, I hate to be owning whatever the name of that company is. Mind you, I never get in a self-driving Uber. I ain't got I don't think technology ready for that yet, or I ain't ready. So I've been struggling with that lately, and I'm gonna have a conversation with my mentor about it, about like how I'm struggling to have my voice heard in a room without it seeming like I'm just piggybacking off of what other people are saying, and also struggling with just feeling like I belong. Like, can I do this work? Yes. Can I outwork a lot of other people? Absolutely. I can outwork a lot of other people with my eyes closed. It's just how I was made. It's just how I was built. How my mom raised me. So I don't know anything else but hard work. But when you get to this type of level, sometimes it really ain't about hard work. It's about who knows you and some of the things that you say. So I'm trying to be careful with the things I say. But also at the same time add to conversations. So when I talk to my mentor next week, those are the things that I'm going to talk about. My husband was like, it's just imposter syndrome. You got this, you can do this. This is why they put you here. And a little backstory of like why I'm in this lead role is my former supervisor took a different role within our firm. And when she left, well, before she left in my end of the year review, I was like, I really want to get some more experience being a people leader. And she was like, oh, okay, sure. Now, mind you, I ain't even know sis was interviewing for another role. I ain't know what sis had going on. Like 2 or 3 weeks later, sis was like, I got some good news and some bad news. And I'm like, oh, Lord, please don't let me off. And she was like, the good news is you're about to have some direct reports, 4 of them. And I was like, oh, come on, girl. She was like, but the bad news is I'm leaving. So you're getting all my direct reports. I was okay with it, but it was a struggle because, well, not a struggle. I think within my mind, I'm struggling with it because it was I'm now managing my peers and, trying to make sure that I can separate a lot of those things is what I'm trying to do. Like separate the type of relationship that we had. Like we can still have a friendly relationship, but now I have to be more in the leader mind frame. So that's what's kind of going on. That's what I kind of been wrestling with lately of like what's been going on. I've been praying, I've been reading Proverbs, and Proverbs been talking about being wise, taking wise counsel. So I was like, first thing I need to do is be reaching out to my mentors, reaching out to the people who I can trust, people who've helped me get to this point. And then after I talk to my mentors, then I'm going to talk to my current manager, who I absolutely, I love working with her. I worked with her when I first started the firm, and she really helped me. She is like definitely a visionary and an analytic. And so I'm learning a lot from her, but I'm also struggling with the fact like, this is so much work. Do I belong? What am I gonna do? Am I managing these people correctly? So I just think I just probably need a little bit of extra support and some encouraging. I also need to sit down and take some time to go over, like I need to take like 2 full days and just get through all of my work, all of my emails, and kind of like recenter myself so that I can come back like, okay, now I feel comfortable being able to do what I need to do. I don't know. I just hate to feel like I'm overwhelmed with work, and that's how I'm kind of feeling lately. Is I'm a little overwhelmed because I'm managing, I'm in all these meetings, I still have to do my delivery work. So that's basically kind of what's going on. Anyway, that was my walk to the office. I'm about to go in the building. I know I told y'all yesterday I ain't showing y'all the building because y'all ain't finna get me fired, but I'm pretty sure y'all could just Google me, or I'm saying Google me like I'm famous. I ain't famous, child. But you can look me up on LinkedIn or whatever and see where I'm working at. That's not what I want y'all to do. Okay, that car playing Hot Wheels out here. Anyway, y'all have a great day. See y'all later. Came on here to encourage you guys today, or whenever you are reading or whenever you are watching this video, to trust God's calling for your life, to trust what He has for you. I want to encourage you that sometimes you're going to have imposter syndrome, and you're going to feel like you are not ready. You are going to feel like you don't deserve to be in those rooms. You're going to feel like you are not worthy, but you are. He will not put you anywhere that you are not ready for. And let me tell you another thing. The weapons may come, but they will not prosper. So do not let the weapons of your small mind, your thinking, get in the way of where you are supposed to be in life, what God has for you in your life. So not only is that encouraging you, it's encouraging me, because I have to remind myself often. I had to remind myself today at the office, like, you are here, you can do this, you just need to get better with your time management, you just need to work harder on asking more questions, you just need to work harder on being who you need to be, and you need to talk to your mentors more for guidance. And most importantly, I need to pray. I need to pray more for God to just continue to guide me on the right path, put me in the right rooms with the right people, and people who are going to lead me in the right direction, also help me grow, also help me develop. So just wanted to say that for y'all. Y'all have an amazing day. Remember that God loves you, and that He has put you in an amazing place in your life. And if you are doubting that it's God, then you should pray. And if it's hard, if it's very, very hard and everything keeps messing up, it's not for you. But if it comes easy and things just keep opening, it's God. It's for you. So that's all I want to say. Y'all have a great day. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.